Welcome to Dolores Park. This is my client's first home. He wanted this to feel like him, not a showroom. He wanted it to feel warm and reflective of his personal vibe, his color palette. And that's perfect for us because that's what we do every day. I can't wait to show you what we did. So every designer has a favorite brand or brands, and one of my favorites is Hollyhunt. We have at least one Hollyhunt piece in every project that we do. This is a Hollyhunt chair. I love this chair because this is a super comfortable chair, but I also really love it for the functionality. So whomever is in this chair can talk to someone while they're cooking in the kitchen, can hang out with the people at the sectional, can watch TV. This functionality is an absolute go-to for me. As I've mentioned in several of these videos, and as I want to continue to emphasize, functionality is of utmost importance. What we're trying to do is solve for the use case with every piece of furniture. So when we did our initial intake, which is a pretty detailed process, my wonderful client said, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. We like to lay on the couch, work on our laptops, watch TV. So we wanted to make sure they could do that with ease. So we added this sectional here. It's upholstered in a wool that's super durable, super soft. The cushions were actually reduced. The thickness was reduced so that a full body could get on this part of the sectional, lay down, and then watch TV here. We kept the arms really low so that you truly could just recline. This house was originally built as a spec home, and my client fell in love with so many elements. Of course, you've seen the view, you see how beautiful the spaces are, but we had a couple funky things that we had to solve for. One of them was this corner here. So obviously the TV goes in this spot, but what were we gonna do here? So we added a shelf, but my client, who is kind of a designer in and of himself, he doesn't necessarily think of himself that way, but I do after going through this process with him. He wanted to make sure that we had a spot for some of the tech equipment. So we added this little cabinet. So even though this is a really small space, it's so functional and it is beautiful and took up this weird corner in a creative way. So we're in the main bedroom now. This is a fantastic room, obviously because of the light and the view. Can you imagine waking up to this? Of course, our client wants to be able to sleep, so we have blackout curtains that really do the job well. They're Holland Sherry fabric, which is one of my favorites. Always a winner. We also have a chair behind us. Natasha Bear and Darren did this chair. We want to make sure that every piece that we install in every project feels really great. So we pretty much always add a lumbar pillow, and that's what you'll see throughout the house. We also have this really fabulous light fixture above, made by Hirsch Designs. I went to visit their studio. It's in Berkeley. I went to Cal, so it was really fun to go visit. I think it was an old livery. They have created these beautiful artist studios in these tiny rooms, and so there's 10 guys spinning this hot glass, creating these beautiful light fixtures right across the bay in Berkeley. I've gotten to know a lot of these artisans over the years, and they're entrepreneurs like me. They're artisans to the nth degree, and so it gives me a lot of joy to be able to place their items throughout most of our projects. At the end of projects, we oftentimes see a huge opportunity because we have gotten to know the clients. Obviously, all the furniture is now either in place or in production. We know the color palette. We see that the clients' pieces that they brought with them only cover so many of those opportunity areas. And so now it's our chance to exhibit their style in an even more elevated way through art. This piece behind me is by Brendan Burns. Brendan paints on linen, so there's a lot of texture in the actual materiality, but in also the way he applies the paint. And when my client saw this originally, he looked at it and he said, oh yes, I love that. My client is all about the party at this point. He had a fantastic career. He was able to retire really young. This house is meant to host friends, and we love to add some elements of whimsy and elements of fun regardless in all of our projects. So this is a fun one. This client loves to cocktail and loves to host his friends, and what better way to do it than with a pop-up bar? Another great art find is an artist by the name of Katie Stone. She was introduced to me through an art consultant on a big project that we did in Sonoma, and we've installed a few of her pieces now. We absolutely revere her. She works in really interesting mediums, and what we loved about adding her work here is the fact that, of course, because this bar goes up and down, we needed to make sure there was a very thin piece of art behind, but we also wanted to fill a very, very large wall that traverses the entire length of the property. And so these paillettes are arrayed in a very interesting pattern, but most importantly, they catch the light at different times of day, and so the art piece actually changes, and it adds a lot of vibrancy to the space. So it's been so great showing you everything that we accomplished here. I'm so honored that my client allowed us to come back and video this space. He's been here now for 1.5 years. It's great to see things a little lived in and things really loved and used. And we can't wait to show you the next house.